So good evening everyone. Today we'll discuss about the HCAM code and also we'll cover about the emergency information panel related to the chemicals. Okay, there are different kinds of chemicals which is used in chemical industry. So every chemical have the specific indications, okay, related to the HCAM code. So suppose in a container, the container which totally filled with the petrol, so there is the HCAM code of the petrol which clearly indicates that the diamond shape mark over there and clearly indicates written over there 3YE. So if any container which totally filled with petrol, so there are the clear indications of HCAM code you will get related to 3YE. So that kind of HCAM code today we'll cover in this video. Okay, there are different kinds of chemicals which is used in the chemical industry. So every chemical have a specific chemical code, a specific HCAM code, hazardous chemical code. So that we'll discuss in this video. Okay, so HCAM code, here you will easily understand the different kinds of coding systems, okay, which covers related to the emergency information panel and as well as the diamond shape marked over there, okay, on top of the containers. So hazardous chemical code which covers related to 2 or 3 letters of numbers or 1 or 2 alphabets or maybe one alphabets or maybe one number as well. Okay. So what is HCAM code? Basically, HCAM code it is an emergency code which gives you the information about the hazardous material which helps to take action in an emergency. Maybe the fire can take place over there due to the highly volatile material which is totally filled inside the container. Petrol is highly volatile, it can catch fire, explode, or maybe spillage. So at the same time, the hazardous chemical code which simply gives the information related to the same chemical. So with the help of HCAM code, you will clearly identify what kind of material which is totally filled inside the container, okay, and the container is also moving from one place to the another place. So that kind of volatile material, it is very dangerous or hazardous, you can say. It can catch fire or it may explode, blast and all. So how you have to take care of yourself, or also you have to go with the precautionary measures. And one thing is very important, that is what MSDS, material safety data sheet, which covers related to the safety measures. So it is very important. Once you identify the HCAM code, immediately you have to go with MSDS, check the MSDS of the same chemical, and then you have to go for the proper protective measures, how you can protect yourself while you are working in the chemical zone. Okay, so HCAM code is very important. There is the diamond shape marked over there on top of the container, so you will easily identify what kind of chemical is transporting in the container. Understood? So yes, it will help in case of emergency, in case of fire, spillage, or any other types of emergency as well. How to read the HCAM code? It consists related to the numbers related to 1 to 4 and a letter like P, R, S, T, W, X, Y, Z. These are the categories. These are the different categories. You can say different categories in related to the chemicals. Okay. So these are the different categories. And letter E, the third letter E, which indicates related to the evacuation or maybe escape as well. So these are the things which comes under HCAM code. Now we'll discuss about related to how to read the HCAM code. How you have to read, how you will identify what are the things which is clearly written on top of the container. Okay, if you are traveling in the car or in your bike, and some tankers which like passing towards your vehicle, and you read it over there, the clear instruction which is indicates over there 3YE or 3Y. If 3Y written, it means that the diesel over there. the diesel is transporting in the vehicle from one place to the another place, or 3YE, which covers related to petrol. So there are different kinds of chemicals. All chemicals have specific HChem code over there. So with the help of that code, you must know what kind of things we need to use at the time of like for the protection purpose. So it's clearly indicates in MSDS. Okay, material safety data sheet, that is very important. You need to check the MSDS and then you have to perform for the safety measures. So here, how to read the HChem code. So first letter indicates the type of fire extinguisher. This is what the first letter. Suppose 3YE. So first letter is 3. So first letter indicates types of fire extinguisher to be used. What type of fire extinguisher you will use? Okay. So it is indicating with the numbering system 1. If suppose here it is written like 1. Okay, not 3, like 1. So you can simply use that kind of fire extinguisher like water jet. Okay, if suppose here written 2, if here written the chemical which transporting in the container, it is written over here like 2, so you can simply apply a water foam or spray as well. Now here it indicates like 3YE. Here it is clearly written 3YE. It means that the container which is transporting the petrol from one place to the another place. So in when any container which pass, and then there is a clear instruction which is written in the diamond shaped mark, with the diamond shaped mark, okay, and fire symbol as well. So it means that it transporting petrol. Okay, so the HChem code of the petrol container is 3YE. The HChem code of the petrol container tanker, that is what the HChem code is, 3YE. So here in 3 you have to use foam type extinguisher. Foam type is good for liquid, any type of liquid fire. You can simply apply foam, AFFF, aqueous film forming foam. Okay. And suppose the container which covers related to 4, suppose here not 3, here maybe like 4 number. So there you have to use only dry agents like DCP, dry chemical powder, or DP powders. Okay, no need to use water. If you put water over there, okay, there may be again it is more dangerous. Okay, if you put water over there in class D fires, or like in 4 written over there, it is again highly dangerous if you apply over there water. So don't apply water, always go with DCP or some other powders. Okay, again how to read the HCM code. This is what the first letter. The first letter indicates related to 3, so you have to use foam, and second letter covers Y. Second letter covers Y. So in second letter it says related to the second letter indicates Y. So here you can check in the graph. Here you can check in the chemical categories. Okay, table. This is the table of the chemical categories. So here you can check Y. It indicates over here, and it is highly volatile. So petrol is what? It is highly volatile material. So for protection purpose, you have to go with BSET. Go with fire suit, wear proper PPE, helmet, gloves, goggle, everything. BSETs at the time like fire or maybe explosion as well. So better be very careful. Okay, always go with like foam type extinguishers or foam type hoses and all, and go with BSET. And try to contain all the liquid material. Try to contain it. Okay, never dispose or never drain it. Try to contain that material. So that second letter indicates properties of chemicals. What are the properties? It is highly volatile. Okay, it is highly reactive. It may explode. It may blast immediately. Safety precautions. For safety precautions, always you have to go with BSET. In the graph, what is the precautionary measures you have to go? Always go with fire suit, BSETs, proper PPE, helmet, gloves, goggle. Okay, disposable procedures, you have to contain it. Okay, and then go with PPE, proper PPE, which I already covered, and also you have to go with check MSDS. Material safety data sheet is very important. Always you have to go thoroughly, check each and every point what is clearly written in the MSDS. So check the MSDS and then you have to go for safety precautions. Okay, whatever the things it is written in the MSDS, you have to follow that procedure. Material safety data sheet is very important. So yes, the last letter which indicates E. So third letter indicates E related to the evacuation or escape. Okay. So third letter indicates evacuation and escape. Y indicates related to the violence, explosive reactively. It is, yes, it is very reactive. It is violence. Violently it will react. Violently it will react like explode, blasting and all that kind of things. Okay, always go with SCBA, proper PPE, and then try to contain spillage from entering drains. So these are the things which is very important. Once you come over here in the table, so this is how the category of the chemicals. It is highly reactive, volatile, and for protection purpose, what are the things which you need to wear, like full body PPE, like helmet, gloves, goggle, fire suits, and other things as well, BA sets. And substance control, how to control that substance? You can dilute some of the chemicals you can flush out with the foam, with the help of foam. Some of the chemicals you can simply go with foam type extinguisher and then you can flush out that chemical over there. Okay, and some of the chemicals you don't want to flush out, you just need to simply go with try to contain that chemical. Okay, try to contain that volatile material in a drum or in some other things. Understood? And E simply consider as an evacuation. So in an emergency, you just need to simply move out. So this is how the things. It is very important. First, you need to check the diamond shape mark, and then you have to check the clear indications, what is clearly written over there. In an emergency, you have to contact with the police or to the fire brigade. In an emergency, you can contact the fire brigade or to the police team as well. Understood? So these are the things: 3YE petrol, 3Y diesel, and some other types of codes as well. So you have to identify that HChem code, Hazardous Chemical Code, and then you have to go with MSDS as well to protect yourself. Understood? So these are the things: use breathing apparatus, do not drain in water, and evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately from the dangerous zone to the safer area. It is very important. The dynamic risk assessment which you have to do, check care what are the hazards over there, and then you have to take care of your own safety and the safety of your colleagues, the workers over there. They are working in the chemical zone. So always go with proper PPE, go with standard operating procedures. Okay, check MSDS, and then you have to give a proper drill to the workers as well, how to protect yourself while working inside the chemical zone, inside containers or wherever the chemical spillage. Understood?